3 attempt to do it a bit shorter. I was just listening to the radio. Disciplinary, not having a disciplinary for shooting someone dead, the police. Okay. Yeah, independence complaints. Well, you're not independent. You're a bunch of little mousy, probably intimidated pussyholes. Bigger pussyholes than the pussyholes with the guns in the first place. It's not Japan, is it? Japan doesn't even arm its police force because it respects its people, and anybody that has anything that is outweighing a person's physical strength is just a pussyhole, including tasers. Tasers are for pussyholes, guns are for pussyholes. So yeah, that's the police then, isn't it, really? We can come to that conclusion. Until you actually use the gun, well, you know, independent police complaints commissions are worthless. There's no point in them even existing, because you write to them with all your concerns and they come back with, you were right to get arrested. One sentence as a reply. You go, that was worth it, wasn't it? So basically, bullies, get away with it, and nobody cares. Even the courts are entertaining bullying. Well, that was bullying, that's all the CCTV showed. Why are you approaching somebody who... Why are you approaching someone? You're bullying that person in that footage, that's all that showed. Isn't it? So it's like, I'm going to a court where I don't feel safe. I don't feel like that's a safe building to be put in, unless you're going to provide me with personal security. You know, I'm going to an unsafe building. I shouldn't be being put through any more bullying as a result of, during COVID, bullying, all the shit that's happened. What is it? It's a boring theme. I don't want to attend the court tomorrow. Can anybody advise me on that? Because basically, you've just been left out in the world floundering on your own. What a joke. And they were talking about first relationships. Oh wow, yeah, that's great. You're with someone that's a decade older and you're pretty much just forced into that person's arms because the screw turn in before the bullying. Well, for it, it's very much home thing, like get home, and you're on your first pint after work, so the screw's like this, and you're like, okay, so you're in the arms of the first person you meet, really, and then it's like outside that you take seriously in order to sort of live with them kind of vibes, and you're paying all their bills, and you just don't know anything part of their life is even for real, you know, because it's like that. Yeah. It's like, if it's any of that for real. Oh, you're going to college, are you? Really? Oh, I waited outside there a couple of times. I just never saw you come out of it. So you're like, is the sort of person that would drive you mad with just uncertainty and what's the truth? Why do you go missing for days? Oh, it's like, oh, I didn't know, I wasn't privy to a certain substance that might make someone like not want to move from somebody's house for days, put it that way. So it's like, I wasn't privy to that. And then it's like, and somebody knocked all your teeth out. So you're with someone on a false pretense because you think it's a horror story, but you weren't privy to a certain substance that might make someone lose their teeth every other week. Gum disease, debatable. So yeah, what if that person knocked all your teeth out? Why are they knocking on your door and giving you a kitten that's infested your flat with fleas? It was a horror story. And this person had the audacity to try and wreck it for me a decade older, shouting and bollocking outside a pub. And I was like, I saw her a couple of weeks before that, she was nice as pie, but then she screamed, shouting outside a pub, ripping a mic out of your hand in another pub, and you're like, what is this person even in the country for? She comes from a beautiful country, which I've paid for her multiple times to go back to try and, you know, be better with her family. Paid for her to go to the West Coast, LA, paid for, like, keeping her down on a job and keeping this person in holiday. And that's the thanks you get a decade later. Wow, just wow, fucking wow. And she got the very best of me. Used to shout and bollocks to try and get my own way. And my own way, you went getting out of a flat. She probably have asthma by now with the amount of mould and mushrooms growing out of the... Why is that flat even there opposite Aldi in Catford? Why is it even still there? Why is it there? She got the very best of me, that person, and it's like I always felt that there was vibrations around me, like people sort of like wanting to get a bit ganglandy. And I'm still not sure to this day what's real and what's not as far as that is. Why was she outside a theatre pub shouting and bollocking? Anyway, the point is hard knocks and breeding hostility within constructs like the authorities. They've been around my neck bullying me for a long time, and it just does breed hostility to hear things like that. A bunch of pussyholes with guns, outweighing public relations, outweighing independent complaints, outweighing all that, and acting like laws onto themselves, and nobody actually defends a girl, and girl's got to go to a courtroom tomorrow where she potentially just feels she was set up by a pub. It might as well be a police pub, that really. It's always got police hanging around it. That CCTV just showed me getting footage of me. Didn't show anything in evidence. And they were just all out to try and further a hate campaign by throwing hoodies in body cams all over me to arrest me, even though they had my home address. Had 4 days to come and knock and take me for questioning if they were a respectable outfit, but they weren't. They were just a bunch of pussies with, oh, we've got this tool now, we're going to just try and further a hate campaign. Mentalers and Hard Knocks, I'm owed hundreds and thousands, if not millions, in compensation. I know that much as a fact. I had something else I was going to chat about here. Hard Knocks. Oh yeah, breeding breeding in such an environment. Some of us have it extra hard, and it's the last. You fail to even find anything sexually attractive because they're all kind of go along with this kind of vibe, and then they're all happy as a presentation on fucking radios and whitewash about things like 1 in 2 people will get. Stand up to it, yeah. Stand up. The consultants. You actually ask a valid question about inflammation in markers of myeloma blood, and what would be the point of pumping an elderly woman full of chemo for 2.5 years that knock out her kidneys? What's the point of that, mate? If the markers are down in the blood, surely the inflammation is the thing that attacks the bones. So if there's no inflammation, why would you continue the chemo to alter her immune system? Yeah. And then she died like Sam Neill with no immune system a couple of months after getting it all clear. But you're not really all clear because we can't actually cure myeloma. We can just treat myeloma. Yeah. Whatever, you ask a question and then you're banned from seeing your own mother, so it's all bollocks. And all people are out is to try and demonise a person. It's so boring. It's boring. Yeah. Barely have any fucking sexual attraction, so don't make me out like I'm a fucking person that is even interested remotely in that kind of shit. It's like, yeah, if you found someone attractive, it's a 1 in a million thing, you know, 1 in a million. Not really that fucking, that sort of fucking looking or find people that attractive anymore, because they can't be trusted. That's my take on most people. They're too much hard work, and after your breakdowns, you just go, oh, after they've forced you into this little corner where all you do is study and keep yourself to yourself because you can't be bothered anymore. You're like, all you can do is grieve for the person that they literally did shoot dead. You've shot people dead. This girl used to be so nice, and I feel so sorry for her. She was such a beautiful person, but alas, she's no longer with us because she doesn't talk to anyone, because there's these hateful little people that not only kill people with guns, but they just character assassinate, kill people with bail sheets and CRBs, so they don't bother looking for work because their CRB reads like fiction, because it is what it is. A Hard Knocks horrible dump of a place, London, towards myself. And I do 100% put my hand on my heart and say, I know that there are people operating around people sometimes, and it's not what it seems on level, because even my housing around the place that they gave me around the corner from my mum that I took naturally because it was close and it would be convenient, that was compromised. It was like the moment an ex that was with me left, it was like I was followed, but as I was coming in from the pub, this person come into the building exactly the same time, and circumstantially I'd met the neighbour, because these people, when I performed in the Royal Standard pub up there, when I performed up there, they were all there on MDNA and Fraggles in there. Oh, we're going to a party. It happens to be down your road. Oh, okay. So I left the pub with them. Happened to be in my block. Happened to get introduced to the person downstairs. Happened then, therefore, to know her. So as this person's coming into the building, she goes, oh, would you like to come in for a nightcap? And then I spent about 12, 13 hours unconscious from this nightcap. So I don't know what actually happened during 12, 13 hours way back then in 2015, was it? But yeah, I pretty much didn't use that flat as a normal flat thereafter. I know you're supposed to live it and the council are paying the rent, but you know, once a crime like that has kind of happened to you, you don't really fucking feel safe as a lone woman. So once I was single, I wasn't really using the place. So, you know, oh, and they have the audacity to try and say that you're in debt for the place, even though the council were paying the bills, and then they just stopped all my benefits in 2020. So it's like, you can't make up the amount of existential stress that screw turning by design that community was just trying to all pull it all at once. So this latest episode, where I have to go to a courtroom and talk to a parole officer who has no business even being in my life, violating it or invading it or intruding on my time and space. Oh, it's like being obsessed about by stalkers. It's 10 times worse than that, the pressure and ugly nature of it. It's like, it's all criminal. Who can you blame? Oh, I must have to blame the BBC. Did I ever say at any one point that I actually wanted all the trappings of anything? Maybe I was just feeling my way around film sets. Maybe I wanted to direct a film at one point, But the point is to feel like there's these screws turned around you and you can't operate independently or travel without a wanted system picking you up, or somebody getting facial recognition and have spending the night in a cell because the Met Police might have designs or money funding their fucking prison within a prison already, because I got arrested at an airport on a beachfront in 2021, and it was for nothing basically. And then you get these industry weird little specialists that you tell them, fill them all in about the details, and saying how you had to answer weird little creepy questions about personal letters that you sent in the Royal Mail, whether they were given to a police officer or whether they actually just snooped for them and found them, I don't know. But to go through 3 days in a cell for this person that said she didn't want those letters, well, that's what they said. But when I tried to get help, they said, were you drinking when they arrested you? So they tried to turn it around and make it all about it was a drinking thing. Like, oh, you were drinking on the airplane. I had 3 seats to myself during COVID. And the following year, I was on a beachfront. So what? A drink's a drink. A drink's a drink. I wasn't committing any crime on the beachfront. They said that I was left on a wanted system for the same crime because I sent a birthday card. And I was spent 36 hours in a cell before being told it was because of a birthday card saying no hard feelings. So, if that's not abuse, systematically, I don't know what is. So, at this point, to still be sort of like, oh, I just went to the shop and bought myself a Primark cut outfit using my mummy and daddy's bank card. If you can't tell me that's creepy, cunty, fucking pet culture that somehow has sort of like manoeuvred a person into a disimpoverished position, what is? And then you're supposed to go, oh, I fancy having a little ball of love of my own and my own little baby on this, in that environment. Do you really think that is feasible or plausible if you suspect weird shit around you? No. It's actually the last time I went out and had a drink, some bloke just, the last time you go out and drink, it's like, I can't remember anything after a couple of drinks nowadays, so I don't go out because I don't feel safe going out as a person on my own. I need somebody with me. And unfortunately, my mum's been blacking out for freaking years of her life. Doesn't know her ass from her elbow sometimes. You had to remind her, did you remember this? Like, in the lead up to her actually fracturing her hip, she was actually sober as a judge when she did the worst break of her life. Before, when she was pissed and falling over so many times, she didn't actually break anything to her mind until her arm. But the point is, it's been compromised since eye shingles in 2022, her eye balance and everything else. So that's like 4 years. 4 years. So falling over and whatever. It's sort of like yeah. Just she just wants to be out, living her best life, enjoying herself till whenever. You don't want her in. When she went into that hospital, she had the catheter put in on a Sunday when her family weren't there, and we said categorically, if you don't want to put that in her, then they put it in her again. And it was like, they said a release date, but they had absolutely no intention of actually releasing her on that date. That's why I started to get a bit like, come on, get out of here now. You've had a fall in the hospital. I can't live with that. Get out and get home. But the point is, they give a thing called gabapentin, pregabalin, and it's all the same stuff, and it eventually does the same thing to you and make you probably not get out of that hospital bed ever, because they couldn't risk having another fracture, because that would be, fractures get infected. Bollocks. It's not a fracture getting infected. The thing that got infected was a shit-stained fucking wound where it was poor hygiene because you were obsessed with laxatives. I mean, it's like, you can't make up this shit in this shitty culture, and it's abusive in places, and I think it tries to get at you via different channels. And it's just like, if it doesn't need what I propose to bring, I don't know what does. But I've wasted my breath talking about it and not getting any feedback or any complimentary treatment about it. And as far as I'm concerned, the Gypsy Moth is just it might as well be a police station. It's like, oh, this girl was having a good time singing, so I approached her and I took her here and I pushed her. You're actually creating slander and defamation, the people that are actually doing it. I should be countersuing. I need people in a lawsuit to countersue for every fucking thing that's ever happened to me and see a massive, massive payout. 2016, I haven't got a conviction. It should be off of my fucking thing. Nobody with a basic D&D that's that provoked goes in and does 24 hours in a cell and then goes to a fucking Crown Court. Only somebody that you're discriminating against and continue to do so. So, bored, wasting my breath. That's the last time I'm going to talk about it, because I'm sure I'm boring the shit out of everybody about it. But if anything, just learn from me. Racist, religious, aggravated harassment in words and writing. How pathetic a fucking jargon-based bullshit load of crap to try and steal people's confidence is that. It's called basic D&D. So pussy holes with guns, pussy holes, pussy holes, pussy holes, pussy holes with tasers, pussy holes. Anybody that, as far as I'm concerned, has a gun and thinks that there's another human being on the planet that's worth using it against, it's just a massive human failure. You're a big fat fucking fail. It's like I've listened to so many people since being pushed into my retreating and having my original self murdered off by authorities and pigs and screw turners. That beautiful, friendly, lovely girl that used to talk to just anyone, thinking that she could trust them, that used to get robbed blind, by the way. You know, robbed our poor friend Philly's house when that got robbed because I invited a big fat-headed person and she invited other people and get robbed, and then I invited someone back to my flat and she got robbed. And at that time that I was accused of robbing some cokehead, oh, that was funny, in front of all the what are they called, the Fox and Firkin staff. Oh, well done, thanks for the apology the next day, but that doesn't really cut it, does it, cunt, that I met in a field, what was it, Equinox, Mr. Little guitar playing prick boy, yeah, oh, where's my money, I found it, sorry about that, I'm sorry for calling you out in front of all the bar staff there, oh, thanks for that, cheers, cunt. What's the, and the Undergod Dogs Gallery, just to name another injustice. What was that? Probably the person with no arms of ethnicity probably fucking robbed it with his ambidextrous fucking feet. But nobody's going to point their finger at that person, are they? Oh, was it him that stole the wallet? No, just point at the fucking only SIA trained person in the room. So the amount of fucking shit that you put up with, not only via authorities, but like scoundrels and bullshit and arts community where they're all off their fucking tits on drugs. It's just unbelievable. And if somebody says that some took advantage, they did. If I say that I'm predominantly gay and been with women all my life, I don't expect people to do certain stunts, and I don't expect this, and I don't expect that, and I don't suspect that person to go hate campaigning around the area and actually ruining my whole world is what one potential person has the ability to do, which they did for a very long time. Especially if they employed that big Nigerian bouncer to, you know, as he walks in, that person, I get assaulted because I played the drum 1 minute after 12. I call the police to get my guitar back because I've been assaulted and he won't give it to me. And then they put me in cuffs outside the New Crossing. Another injustice, all that stuff that happened all around 2016. I want all of the money. I want all of the money owed to me now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how can you make this stuff up? My heart was in my fucking feet at so many junctures. And I mourn that person because they gave those people the fucking time of day. But I thank the authorities, thank you authorities, for putting those nails in that person's coffin, because now I feel like a fucking superior being. I feel like I outshadow most any human being on the planet in my spiritual pursuits. Spiritual gangster and beyond, mate. Oh yes, please, star magic healing. Oh, I'm sure that just my story alone will give people courage enough to keep going out there living their best lives. Because I still do actually sometimes see little glimpses of that person, but I just feed off that. Actual, just give it to the worthy and deserving now. I can define who's worthy and deserving of my time and effort, or the people that got these unetched egoic problems that just need to get a hold of me just to have another pop or try to take a stripe off so they can feel better about their pathetic selves. Fuck that shit. So yeah, London, it's shit. And all over I desired to get to was a beachfront in like a West Coast, beautiful, big, expansive beach with a little bit of slice of my own paradise. Yeah, that's what I want, and I will have, and I deserve it, and I am worthy and deserving. And if I was or somebody, make no mistake, the outreach would be massive. You know, you look at someone like Michael Barrymore, you say, oh, look at him, he's very peopleable. And would he help people if they were in need? Yeah. If I had money, I'd have a whole PR crew that would actually help out people in need. I'd make being able to record a song readily available to a lot of people. I don't think it makes a big difference these days if you've got songs out or you have some personal success, because apparently there's no money in music. But apparently if money is no object, it's abundant everywhere. We live in an abundant universe, right? Do we? The last time I checked, it's just one big fat bully that's pushing you into a slot. And it's prime time, or pushing you into something of worth, or you have to be. Maybe I don't want any of that. Maybe I just want a fucking boat. Hell the fucking Fury, Gypsy King. That's the kind of person that I'd be. I'd just have my big boat and I'll be out. I'm gonna go out. I don't know. Oh no, disciplinary action for the disciplinary action for the policeman that shot and killed. What a pussy hole. We all know he's a big old fat pussy hole, right?